isn't necessarily an RTA question, but is there a recession coming?
What you can get from people in this profession is a very high level of certainty on these types of answers. What I would say to you is that I have no idea. I don't, and neither do they. So the point is that recessions, accelerations, slowdowns, they occur not in a textbook. They occur in the vacuum that is dynamic market systems and ecosystems of markets and economies that reflect upon that nonlinear and dynamic system. So again, if that's a mouthful, it should be, because that's what's going on out there. The best chance of recession, and I don't want one, obviously I run a company here and I don't want that. We have 57 employees, they don't want that. It doesn't matter what we want, though. The point is that the markets and economies are going to do what they're going to do. The best, or the highest probability chance of that happening, I think, would be if the Federal Reserve were to raise interest rates with the world slowing and deflation doing what it's doing. Now, a lot of people are trying to get her to raise rates because she just needs to do it eventually. I would have argued and did argue that she should have done it when the economy was accelerating in September of 2013, or Bernanke should have, but he was politicized and he didn't have the stones to do it. So now, if you raise rates while the economy is signaling deflation and global slowing, what she could do is invert the yield curve. And that's what a recession is typically called. It's not some qualitative textbook thing. It's when the short end of the curve is higher, in bond yield terms, it's when the short end of the curve is higher than the long end. So in other words, if she were to raise rates, imagine the 2-year interest rate went to 1% and the US 10-year bond yield went down to 1%. I mean, that would be a flat pancake yield curve. It would really perpetuate bank problems. It would perpetuate a recession. And that's the problem right now, is that if she does raise rates, perversely, that would be the catalyst, if there is a catalyst, for an increasing probability of recession. Again, when you talk about things, talk in rate of change versus the prior probability. In Bayesian terms, we say the prior versus the posterior. And I explained that in the early look note this morning. I don't want to go on and on and on about that, but look it up. You have the prior, and then you have the posterior. The prior is currently saying no recession. The prior could change if she raises interest rates.
Thanks.